Day 1427. Yeah. So we have reached midweek and I am definitely not feeling anywhere near as bad as I was yesterday. Although yesterday it was ebbs and flows, man. At certain points throughout the day, I was like, oh, this is all right, actually. Maybe I'm better. And then an hour or two later, I'd be like, no, okay, definitely not. But yeah, today's been a better day. I can definitely, and you know what? I think there's a feeling that I've felt in my side where I can feel that something's there. And again, it's mainly been when I've been like sitting at certain angles. And I'm like, shoot, I've actually felt this feeling before. Like, this feeling is a familiar feeling. So, times when I've felt that, and again, it's not overly painful, but a bit uncomfortable. Again, only if I sit in a certain angle. Again, I thought that was just down to me sitting at an awkward angle, but clearly, this kidney stone thing, it's been sitting there or developing for a minute. And clearly it's either more have come to join the party or it's shifted to a place where it's just, yeah, to a place where it shouldn't be there at all, but it's clearly shifted to a place where it has just become noticeable. So, yeah, I may have had this for a while, and it's just been building, accumulating, or just shifted. But yeah, so today, yeah, just been resting up. I actually managed to get my because my appetite had been shot to pieces for like the past few days, pretty much since Sunday. Obviously, I've been managed to eat a little bit. I think yesterday was the day where I and I barely even ate properly, but forced myself to eat. It was mainly fruit. I had like a slice of bread, and that was near enough it, man, and pretty much all just drink. But yeah, today was the first day where I actually ate, not a substantial amount, but I kind of more solid amount, and I'm actually feeling hungry. I'm feeling like I want to eat now, because before it was a case of I just didn't want to eat. The appetite was not there, and even thinking about food or seeing it or smelling it was making me feel a bit like, yeah, just a little bit borderline queasy almost. Like, the appetite was not there at all, man. It's mad how things that happen in the body can affect you in such a way, like just how pain in a certain area can affect how you carry yourself, and the fact that you even want to bloody eat, or the fact that you don't want to eat, I should say. It's mad. The human body is a wild thing, and it's such a delicate contraption that, things are not always super clear cut. Like, you move too far to this side and this gets unbalanced, but this might get balanced, and then you move too far over this side, this gets unbalanced, but this gets balanced, and it's all a delicate balancing act, man, which can be thrown off chaotically just by one thing that happens. And even learning about things like, because I've been reading up a little bit on the whole kidney stones, and there's at least 4 different types, and not all of them are caused the same way. Obviously, they're different shapes and their compositions are all different. A lot of them do lean towards it being like a kind of dietary thing. So, certain things can aid in causing them, whether it's like a high amount of salt, apparently high meat content, although I don't know if that's all meat or just kind of processed meats, because I guess processed meats are really high in salt. But even fruits and veg that are high in oxalates. Oxalates is like a compound in various fruits and veg, but apparently two of the big what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Two of the big guilty parties, let's say. That's not the word I was looking for, but Complainants? No, that's not it. But I can't think of the flipping word. It's really going to annoy me. Culprits. That's it. Two of the biggest culprits. You'd think English is my first language. Apparently not. It's my only bloody language. Two of the biggest culprits. Spinach and broccoli. Broccoli, I'm not so sure if it's cooked, but apparently spinach, if you cook it, it really brings out the level of oxalates, and oxalates can contribute to kidney stones, which, is, and I'm sure I've heard of this before, but again, it's re-going over stuff and just bearing in mind that, things that you feel or believe to be inherently healthy can be, and not to say that spinach is inherently a bad thing, but again, it's that delicate balancing act. And then this is before you even get into the weeds and the nooks and crannies of the fact that people are individuals and people are different. What is fine for one is not necessarily fine for the other. In the same way that you have one person who takes paracetamol, works perfectly fine. You have another person that takes paracetamol, no effect. And you have another person that takes paracetamol, they have an allergic reaction. So, yeah, cooked spinach, high level of oxalates can contribute to kidney stones. So you really have to be clued in on this stuff. So there's obviously more reading I need to do, but it's been interesting finding out about stuff. And just getting that downtime, or at least attempting to. So I've been having certain people belling off my phone 5 million times today, which is fun. But yeah, and I feel bad as well, because even today, the thing came to mind of the person I'm representing, the person who's a union member, and I was taking on their case, and I was supposed to obviously do a thing on Friday, which didn't manage to happen, because I was supposed to chase up one of their old managers, didn't get to. They weren't even in the office on the Friday, and I was in the other department where obviously things were busy, and I think they finished early, so it was my bad, basically. I should have chased up from early, particularly with them not being in the office as well. So that happened, but I was like, okay, I'll just pick up next week, and obviously this happens on Sunday, so I had to message one of the other reps who's way more experienced rep than I am, and just kind of voice note them and say, look, can you speak with the person? Can you just let them know what's going on? And with the case, I even said to them, I don't think you should take the case on, because I know they've taken on 5 million cases. So I was like, maybe delegate to someone else. But I just gave them the lowdown and just kind of apologized, because I didn't want to leave them in the lurch. I did, as much as I was getting a little bit overwhelmed by it, I did want to follow it through. Even just for practice sake, as much as it felt daunting, it's good to get the practice in, It's only when you put in the reps that you build up the muscle. Yeah, don't worry, I won't do that again. But you've got to put in the reps, you've got to, even if it is daunting, and it makes you feel a bit apprehensive. But yeah, man. So yeah, I was a bit upsetting, but I hope everything works out for him. I mean, I may still be able to follow it through, because I don't know when I'm going to be back at work. It could be next week, or it could maybe be the week after. We'll have to see. But I'm due at the hospital tomorrow. Going to be taking blood tests and stuff, and yeah, I guess just doing my obs, really. So yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. It's supposed to be early as well. I don't really want to go in early, but I guess it's best just to get it out the way. We're getting a lift there tomorrow, so that's something. But it's just, it's all getting up in the morning. I hate it with a passion, man. Whilst I'm sure at some level it probably is good for me, like, I don't know, I visualise my future life as being able to wake up whenever I want, and not having the pressure to wake up at a certain time, whether it's to go to, hospital appointments is a completely different thing, because that you don't have any control over, but unless of course I hire my own private medical team, which pending. Brian Johnson, eat your heart out. But when it comes to work specifically, that is, again, one of the reasons why I'm just so focused on acquiring money to the point whereby I can set my own schedule for the most part. There will always be, like, we all have to answer to someone, and we all have to do things that we don't necessarily want to do to varying degrees. So, even if it's, because I could envisage if I'm making a lot of money and say I'm moving my money from here to here, or maybe maybe I'm in a business deal and I need to go to a meeting, things like that. You will always have to do things, wake up, set agendas, have meetings at times when you may not want to, or go places where you may not necessarily want to, things like that. So again, you will always have to answer to someone, but yeah, just from the work front, I want it just to be my own playground where I make the rules. Like, if I want to wake up at 7 in the morning and start the day, I can do that. If I want to wake up at 10 a.m, start the day, I can do that. If I want to wake up at 2 p.m, start my day, I can do that. And I feel it's coming, but I'm just got to continue to be patient. Shoot. Oh dear. Okay, right, flip. Getting carried away. Anywho, got to upload this video. It's day, wish me luck for tomorrow. It's day 1427. I'll catch you tomorrow for day 1428.